Hey, couch potatoes and patriots. Thanks for joining me. I've got a real quick, I hope, recap of some things going on in the world today. Um, get a pen and paper because there's going to be a few things you're going to want to search on the internet for. Today is 4/20, 2022. For some of you, this was quite a high holiday. Oil is at $103 a barrel. Heating oil is at $3.97. Natural gas is at $6.80. Gold is at $1,951. Silver's at $25.70. Wheat is at $10.96. In the crypto world, XRP won a significant battle at the federal level today. They were not forced to admit evidence that the the prosecution was trying to make them submit like stuff that was not relevant to the case, personal stuff. So it's kind of a good thing they didn't have to. That'll set precedent in the future. In that space is regulation, because there's a lot of regulation coming to the crypto world. In the space world, there is 19 flares in the last 24 hours. Like, I think 9 X-class flares and 9 M-class flares and 1 X-class 2 flare. The X one's pretty strong. Those are going to be more in the coming days. The SpaceX is launching a Falcon 9 Saturday morning at like 5 a.m. It should be visible from the lower eastern seaboard. I'm going to go out and watch it if the weather cooperates. All right, some prices and some indicators that are going on. Corn, 9-year high. Ethanol, stuff like that. Pakistan fuel shortages. Armenia is paying for fuel from Russia in rubles. That's not good. That's going to destabilize even more. Gold versus Bitcoin. Growth in the inflation hedge. Just go look that up. Just type in your search engine gold versus Bitcoin growth. And that's an interesting concept because people think that Bitcoin stores value. This indicates something slightly different than what Bitcoin maxis believe. Just an indicator. I'm not saying it's fact. Don't be coming at me, fool. Don't be coming at me. China is pulling back from real estate. Like, one of their largest companies has shrank 25-30% in the last just couple of months. China's on lockdown right now with 100 major cities on lockdown. And check this. Guess how many people? 400 million people are on lockdown. Do you know that's more people than America? We've only got like 386 million or something like that here. So more people are on lockdown in about 100 of China's largest cities right now than we got in the whole damn country. And when I say lockdown, son, I mean they are welding doors shut at apartment complexes. You're not allowed to go outside. It is rumored that they are killing people's pets. I mean, we saw video of them killing some man's dog. So there's some crazy I just watched a video just now of them, a warehouse full of food in bags like you would take and give to people, because that's what they're doing. Their government brings you food. You're locked in your house. You can't leave. The government drops off your weekly food ration. They were throwing food away by the ton. I mean, the tons of fresh produce. I don't know what was going on there. It was an out-of-context video, but supposedly current event. Civil unrest around the world. China, just one example. Europe is talking about more sanctions in Russia, total oil sanction, but they're going to wait on France's election. It's a whole other stupid thing. Search for margin debt stock market recession. Margin debt stock market recession. You'll fall into a rabbit hole. 500 million Ukrainian refugees right now. That's a lot. I think that's more than World War II. Is it more? I'll have to look that up. I don't know. It seems like a lot. Cyber threats from Russia Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, America have all warned collectively that there are massive cyber attacks underway and are going to amplify and continue. The 400 million people that are locked down in China right now is affecting the world supply chain in ways that we can't even fathom right now. A lot of people are like, who cares if China's locked down? Let me adjust my hat. Idiot. We export more apples to China, and then guess what? We squeeze them into juice and they ship that shit back to us. What kind of rocket plan is this? Non-sustainable is what it is. But either way it works. That's how it works. We currently fill up boats with apples and we ship it to China. They squeeze the apple and they ship it back. That's just not sustainable. Well, that's going to be a problem because we ain't got no apple squeezing machines here, so the apples are just going to rot. Well, that's just one example of a plethora. We ship chickens over there to have them processed. I have heard stories in the last week from people just reaching out to me and telling me stuff. That there's corn pickers and people that work in that industry. They are being paid more by the government to just till their fields in. What? Chickens can't be processed. They're like places where they're not killing the chickens for bird flu. They can't even process them because they don't have the staff. They don't have the it's crazy the things they don't have, and all these costs that are going up across the board. Shipping cost, that's going to affect us next quarter and the quarter after that. So expect interest to continue to rise. All right, here's some more not great news. There was a fire today at Azure, Azure Bulk Food. They are a processing facility for foods, all kind of foods, in all kind of vertical markets. Their headquarters burned up today. Wild, isn't it? Because, just like yesterday or day before, that Taylor Farms fire happened. And a couple of weeks ago, there was those other fires at those other food processing facilities and that poultry facility. And, I mean, that's just interesting, isn't it? It's like, I'm losing my ass. I can't ship. I'm blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, there's some daggone lightning and unusual fires happening. I'm not saying anything's fishy, but I think something's fishy. Late cold weather has damaged and hurt crops. So that's going to cut into our food supply domestically. We've got 30 states now with the bird flu in it. A dozen eggs was about $1 in November 2021, and a dozen eggs is about $4 to $5 now, depending on what market you're in. All right, now here comes the fun roller coaster ride. The EU's talking about banning. Well, they are going to ban all coal from Russia, which is going to be significant, but they are talking about a total Russian oil ban. But they're going to wait till France has their little election so Macron can stay in power. Vive la France! If they boycott all oil to Russia and they don't buy any more Russian oil, that means no money going into Russia. Russia defaults on world laws. All kind of destabilization crap happens. This affects everybody on the freak dolly planet. Okay, oil prices shoot out the roof. Gas prices shoot out the roof. Inflation shoots out the roof. Supply and demand problems continue to stockpile and pile up. I mean, y'all, this is a cascading problem. The war continues to roll on. We almost have the same problem. The war's not helping anybody or anything. It ain't even helping Putin at this point. Jesus Christ, it's wiping him out. So that's a lot of stuff. But with all of that being said, Biden's getting ready to do the largest release of the oil reserves ever to try to offset this because this shit's coming, so they might as well go ahead and get the ball rolling. 31 other countries are also doing oil reserve releases. Now, we're sending all these weapons to the Ukraine. We're releasing our oil reserves. You hear this right? Reserves. We've also dipped into some grain, like wheat and corn and stuff. Reserves. Most of the grain we grow in America, we end up using it as fodder, meaning we feed it to our animals, but that's a whole nother problem with our system. we won't even get into today. Um, that's gonna be interesting to say the least. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, the International Fuel Fund or whatever they're called. They're also releasing strategic oil. Shipping costs are up local and international. That's going to trickle down into our stuff. Food, groceries, necessities are at a 40-year high inflation. So, yeah, expect more problems. Now, on the crazy, freaky, twisty side of things, um, they are getting ready in Notre Dame. You remember the fire at the chapel over there? Well, they found a lead encased sarcophagus that they are now calling a lead encased object. And they're going to open it. What do you think? Good idea? Bad idea? I think it's a bad, terrible idea. It's encased in lead, for God's sake. No telling what's in it. Cannot find a picture of it. I cannot find the size or dimension. If anybody can help me out with that, that would really be great. It was 65 feet below the transept, TRANSEPT, where it crosses the nave, NAVE, of the Gothic church. And I believe by Gothic they mean that long ago. So 65 feet down under the transept and nave crossing. So that's geometrically and sacred geometry and all a very significant spot. For those of you that don't know, look it up. So another craziness. I caught some of that Johnny Depp trial today. Y'all, it's like a dumpster fire, but I couldn't stop watching. Now, I gotta say that Mr. Depp, if you by chance happen to see this, I am a fan. Both of your personal things that you've overcome and the fact that you're a damn good actor. I am sorry that your personal life is having to be put on display. But damn, that girl's a freak. Y'all, if y'all ain't watched none of this girl is mean as a damn snake. I can't believe Johnny put up with her this long. She must have some, special talents. My takeaway is her cootie cat is not worth fighting for or against. She's mean as a damn snake. She's beat him all up. She's had a damn threesome with Elon Musk and 2 other women. She also hooked up with James Franco, apparently. Maybe Johnny Depp's $30,000 a month wine habit that I read about back in the day was fully warranted, because I'm willing to bet she broke a couple of them bottles or drank them herself or gave them to her boyfriends. Ain't no telling. But there's been some interesting things introduced in that trial. And again, Johnny, I'm sorry that you had to put your business on the stand. It must have been very difficult to have to listen to those tapes today in front of them strangers, knowing the whole world was watching. But it is what it is. Y'all, I want to thank you for watching. And I want each one of you watching this to know that I love each and every one of you. And if I'm saying that, yes, I mean it. As a member of the human race, I love you. I don't have to like you to love you. I want you to have the best that life can offer. I want you to feel good when you wake up in the morning. I want you to look in the mirror and love the person looking back at you. I know it's tough. We live in a screwy world. A lot of external pressures. But y'all try to just be a little bit nicer to each other and to yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Big world. A lot of room for everybody. A lot of room for people's different thoughts and opinions. Please comment, like, tag, duet, subscribe, support my sponsors. I don't really have one, but I had a fan send me a t-shirt, and the t-shirt was from Mixed Up Creations in Denver, Aurora, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo. This one came from Colorado Springs, and it is a numbered design on a really cool shirt. I've worn it before. I'll wear it again. I'll make sure to point it out when I do. Be kind to everyone you meet. Try to be kind. Try to be kind. If you pray, invoke, or manifest, please pray, invoke, or manifest peace, divine enlightenment for all citizens of the earth. Again, thank you for watching. I love you. Have a great day, night, whatever it is. Again, it was 4/20/2022.